Hey, great news for you guys. If you're worried about interest rates going down, I've got some great news for you. I also have some bad news for you. So stick around. We're going to take a deep dive into whether mortgage rates are expected to go down in 2026. My name is Steven with Average Steve's Real Estate. We help the average home buyer and home seller navigate the home buying and selling process. With our team of experts, we guarantee that you will not find a better real estate team to either buy or sell your house in the future. And if they try, we'd love to show them how to do it. So with that, we're going to take a deep dive. Are interest rates actually expected to go down next year? Who knows? You know, a lot of people say that, I'm waiting to buy or I'm waiting to sell when the interest rates hit low again. Awesome. I'm also waiting to lose 100 pounds by just sitting in my chair, but that doesn't happen either. So with that being said, we have to understand a couple things. Yes, the federal companies are talking about cutting interest rate. That's great for people looking to buy and sell their homes. Now, I promise you, if you're one of those weirdos that are still sitting on the 2 to 3% interest rate, it's not going to get that low. If it gets that low, that will be absolutely phenomenal. But once again, if it gets that low, house prices are going to go skyrocketing again. Now, there's a couple things to talk about too. They're also talking about potentially making portable mortgages. And what we know on that right now could change. But ultimately, what we know as of this day, that what they're talking about is that those people with those 2 to 3% interest rates on their homes, they might give them the option to sell that home and get into a bigger home for the same interest rate. And if they do that, once again, prices are going to skyrocket. It's going to change the game. There's going to be a buyer's frenzy out there. It's going to be like Black Friday in the early 2000s where you have to beat that old lady for that TV. So keep that in mind as you navigate this process. The interest rate does not necessarily matter as much as the house payment and the overall house. Yes, it does dictate the house payment. You're absolutely right. But keep in mind, you can always refinance that to a lower interest rate when they drop. So what I tell people every single day through our education webinars, through our education seminars, through our education workshops, through the home buying and home selling process, you have to figure out what you need in your house before you go buy a house. It does not matter what the interest rate is. It does not matter what the price of the home is yet. Step one is always figuring out, what do I need out of my next house? Once you figure out what you need out of that next house, then you go through the pre-approval process. We take a look at that and we figure out how much a house can you actually afford. And then we go back to step one, because that can dictate what you absolutely need in your house. Maybe there's some things that you thought you needed, like that luxury dishwasher that actually puts the dishes away. If you find one of those, please let me know. I'm looking at buying one. But ultimately, if you have one of those and you absolutely say this is a no-brainer, I need it, but you cannot afford it, then you're not going to buy it. I promise you, it's not going to happen. Don't wait until the market crashes, because then houses are going to be pulled off the market to secure their funds, stay in the houses, all of that fun-filled stuff. What you want to do is you want to focus on what you need as a family in order to go into either a bigger house or a smaller house. And then you look at what you can afford. And I always recommend, do not go to the upper limit of your house, because your mortgage payment is going to fluctuate over the years. And it may, if you go to the upper limit of what you can afford, that may just push you out of being able to afford that house in the future. So keep that in mind. Also, while you're through the home buying process, please, please, please do not take out any more loans. I know, you love to spend money on that credit card like it's going out of style. It's Uncle Sam's money. You don't have to worry about it, but that's false. You're going to have to pay that back first off. Second off, that's going to affect what you can and can't buy with a house. Just because you're renting at a certain amount does not mean that you can buy at that certain rate. So you have to make sure that your finances are in order. You might need a proper down payment. You might need to be able to pay for your buyer agent's commission, which can be pricey as well. So the biggest thing that I always recommend, regardless of anything, whether the interest rates are going down, going up, going sideways, going backwards, whatever, maybe they're going to disappear. Who knows? But one of the biggest things I always tell people is find the right real estate. The right real estate agent is going to pull that emotion out. They're going to put the logic inside, and they're going to show you what it takes to actually buy or sell your next home. They're going to give you the honest answers, because ultimately the honest answers are what's going to help you make the best decision possible. So if that's something that you're looking at doing, don't forget to click the like or subscribe button below to follow us for more tips, and also keep that we're here to help you every step of the way. You can go to our website at averagestevesrealestate.com, or you can contact us directly at 931-220-7630. We'll give you the average advice. We're not here to change your life. We're here to change your address. So if that's something you're looking at doing, whether it's buying or selling, and you're just curious of what you can do or what you can't do, give us a call. More than happy to talk to you about it. More than happy to show you what options you have available so you and your family can make the best decision.